How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Ruffled Rowlets, and welcome back to a brand new video, guys. Today we're going to be taking a look at a lot of Pokemon information, news, and leaks for Pokemon BDSP. So sit back, relax, grab yourself a beverage. If you want to take a look at any of this stuff on your own, I'll be linking it on a Momo Board post down below. So go to the Momo Board post if you want to take a look at everything as it is. So let's get into the information. So first things first, recently Eclipse put out that the BDSP Canalave library actually has some added new context to it, some new things in there. A new story about the Sea's legend, and I talked about this in my previous video, that the text like talks about, you know, that was recently discovered, and then it talks about like once upon a time in the East Sea there was a brave human and I guess a Pokemon asked living in the sea to let them see the prince. And it goes on and whatnot, but interestingly, they mention in this story, specifically a set of Pokemon, they mention a Mantike, a Weasel, and a Qwilfish of all Pokemon with its huge, and they say Qwilfish with its huge spikes acknowledge the humans' bravery, and together they set off in a boat over the Sunset Street Sea. Interestingly enough, Qwilfish is in there. Okay, Mantike is also a strange one, but Qwilfish is in there as well. But this relates back to something related to Legends, because this story has to be related with Legends, and we're going to go into that right now because there is a clear connection here. So first things first, they talk about having some sort of ocean gate stretched over the waves and in the East Sea. Now, if you don't know, on the map of Legends Arceus of Hisui, in the east side of the map, there is a area with this weird like bone-shaped structure in the distance that we do not really know anything about. It's just there, and it's in the East Sea, and it's in a specifically like kind of like, how would you really call it, I guess? It's they say here specifically it's like an ocean gate stretched over the waves, and then like you can go there with a little party at the Seaside Hollow, and news reach the ears of the prince. So what is this all about? Well, according to our boy Soul Silver Art, he says, "Hey Ruffle, just watched your latest video. I posted this a few days ago, but I think it's the biggest news in the Canalave library story. It's the hinting at the Hisuian Qwilfish. It lines up exactly with Ku's riddle. Number 7, check the thread for more evidence." If you look at number 7, he kind of goes through everything here. So, new discovery. Thanks to the lovely person giving us the Asian look at the Ku's riddle, this person wanted to remain anonymous, but the info here, and their quotes, "I'm now 90% sure that number 7 is possibly, and or what number 7 and possibly number 5 are from the riddles." So this all started with Ku liked the speculative answers of his riddle. So I asked specifically about number 7, and Ku said kanji on the image is the key, but I never thought to look at the original image he took the screenshot from. Here's the image and the kanji on the top. Now, the kanji on the top apparently is connected to Hisuian Qwilfish. The pick in the Cactuar from the Final Fantasy series, its main skill in Final Fantasy is 1000 needles, which in kanji is, well, that word, Harisenbon, which Qwilfish's name is, translates to Harisen. And it continues on. Confirms that number 7 must be 99% related to Qwilfish. Here's why. The skills of this cactus and, you know, kanji basically relate to 1000 needles. And based on Japanese name Qwilfish, in fact, cactus has a stronger skill, which means 10,000 needles. Maybe it's evolution name of Qwilfish. And more hints to the Qwilfish being in the older Sinnoh, Pokemon Legends Arceus in the Canalave Library myths in BDSP. So the Sea's legends, once upon a time in the East Sea, and this is what Kaihatsu goes through here. Mantike, Weasel, and Qwilfish with its huge spikes acknowledged the humans' bravery and joined them. So this is a brand new story they added in BDSP and is left unfinished. To me, it's clear that hints to PLA, where the story would finish. The previous tweet also speaks of Qwilfish's huge spikes, but normal Qwilfish doesn't have huge spikes. Very strange, right? And that is pretty much that. So the book is titled The Sea's Legend, which could also be connected to Manaphy and Phione, I guess, which people have talked about, because I think Manaphy is considered the Prince Pokemon, something like that. So people have made that connection, and Kaihatsu here actually, like, you know, kind of went into this. I've found half the book, but the story seems unfinished. I'm seeing if I can find the rest. I think I found all of it. The Japanese version is pretty much the same as the English. Very faithful translational. I'll put it below in English first, and then there is a rundown here of all of it. Once upon a time in the East Sea together, and then there's the Japanese version, and then there's a final one, Distortion Slate, a slate overflowing with enigmatic energy. You can feel a strong connection between it and the Distortion Room at Romanus Park. I guess that just connects to something else, but basically this could connect all back to Legends Arceus, okay? This all could be connected to that. If it is, we'll have to wait and see, but so far, it does seem like a clear connection between the two, so let's just see where that goes from there. Next up, though, so there are 2 missing versions between Sword and Shield and BDSP. Where are they? Basically, the latest patch has the cassette versions for Pikachu Go, 42, Eevee, 43, Sword, 44, Shield, 45, 46 for Pokemon Home, and then Hayabusa is 47, and then Diamond and Pearl, Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, 48 and 49 respectively, and the codename for Legends Arceus is Hayabusa. And Home's gifts have all used Sword and Shield's value, so nothing yet has used 46 for us to notice. And also, for those saying that this can be Sleep or another game, no, there is one more Hayabusa constant in the game code, Met Location 30,021, the Sinnoh region. And then I think it's actually further emphasized down here by Melkor that actually he posted this a month ago based on internal names of promotional website that, yeah, Delphis is the code name for Pokemon Diamond, Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, and Hayabusa is the Legends Arceus code name, for anybody that didn't know that, alright. So there you go, the code names have been more or less revealed now. So, next thing is got to do with the Lightstone in the Diglett, on the Diglett kind of like side quest. And if you don't know what this is about, in the game you can run around in the Grand Underground with other players and collect these Diglets. And once you do that, apparently it can give you an extra roll on shinies for about only 4 minutes, which is really strange. But here's what it talks about. So Anubis says, seems Lightstone is the 40 Diglett bonus and not any statue bonus as people are assuming and spreading around. That means that along with 4 minutes of high chance to find a shiny statue, the Diglett bonus also gives you 1 extra shiny roll when active. Still more to learn. But basically, yeah, the Diglett bonus only lasts 4 minutes at a time, which isn't a lot even to notice an extra shiny roll. I also suspect the statues do more, but don't have anything solid to prove it. So for shiny hunting, I'm going to make a guess here that going into the Grand Underground is not going to be that worth it, because with these statues, you're only able to, I think, put one of them. I think you're only able to put one of them into your actual secret base, but everything that's going on, it just doesn't feel like it's actually worth it. So here's Kurt clarifying it. To further clarify, it's a max 2 in 4096. No way to have multiple influences. The game checks if there are any time remaining for the Lightstone and does 1 extra if any are needed. We'll dump the regular underground encounters later, but then he goes on. Dump the regular encounters and the level thresholds. Game checks for story progress. HM's badges and national decks to make certain regular spawns available. Lightstone has references to a gauge and rainbow effect animation, likely Diglett. So yes, basically getting the Diglett stuff done will cause you to, as far as I've understood it, only for about 4 minutes increase by 1 extra roll your chance of a shiny, which is not a lot, okay? It's really not a lot, all right? It definitely is not a lot. So I don't know how useful it will be to do the shiny, like the Diglett hunting. Maybe when the game releases, there will be more info to clarify all this, and maybe you will be able to actually, similar to the Ultra Wormholes, I guess, you know, like just some sort of like side quest to do, something fun to do in the game to increase the chances of finding an actual shiny, you know, for a certain amount of time. You know, I guess that could be cool, but right now it doesn't seem like that's the case. Right now, based on what Anubis is saying, it seems like the Lightstone is the Diglett bonus and not any statue bonus, as people are assuming. So basically, the Diglets are a time bonus, and the shiny statues do not, like, they stack with just the Diglett bonus, I'm guessing. So I don't know. It's kind of weird because even Luchu says here, Diglett bonus is a time thing, right? Also, with this in mind, the shiny statues 100% stack their rolls with how many you have, in my opinion. Why else would they let you get several at a time via the Diglett bonus? Fair enough. So, yeah, I don't know. If the shiny statues can actually stack, I don't know how many you can put into your room. I don't really know. Somebody was saying that there's only 1, but I will have to see how that actually turns out. So that is that. I think that's all from Kurt. And then I think we have, Hamer H2O has also posted the Grand Underground list here, which is kind of a summarized version of what is down in the Underground. And there is a chunk of stuff down there, okay? So, the yellow basically shows you what you can get from the start of the game. So these are the yellow ones right here. So this is going to be down there, with Murkrow being exclusive. And then you've got, like, I guess, Bunary, Pachirisu, Badoo, Shinx, Kricketot, Bidoof, Murkrow, Geodude, Machop, Psyduck, and Zubat available from the start of the get-go in the first zone, so zone 1, which there are about 20 zones in total, I think, but there only exist 12 unique encounter tables for regular encounters. Many of them share encounters with another one. Each zone also pulls from a second table of special Pokemon, and these special Pokemon are not necessarily shared with the same area as the rest of the encounter table. This is why there are more distinct zones than there are basic encounter tables. I've noted these at the top of each zone. to save some time when you're reading, I noted which full encounter tables are the same and others, and only special Pokemon are different in these areas. The special Pokemon are stored with their encounter rates, so all of those are provided. I don't know the relative rarities of any normal Pokemon yet. I wasn't able to find any indication of them in the mined data. More Pokemon become available over time as the player progresses in the game. From the start, obtaining TM96 Strength at the Lost Tower, after obtaining a TM97 Defog at the Great Marsh, after obtaining the Icicle Badge at Snowpoint City, and after obtaining the TM99 Waterfall at Sunny Shore, and after obtaining the National Pokedex, the column on the right indicates when each Pokemon becomes available. So, normally, Pokemon in the ground and underground can end up with any of their egg moves. These are listed for convenience as well. The last thing I could find in the data are the set level ranges. So yeah, level ranges in the data are as follows: 16 to 20, 25 to 29, and then all the way up to 58 to 63. And that is that, and here is basically everything. In Zone 1, these are all the Pokemon you can get in Zone 1. In Zone 2, same as Zone 1, pretty much the same stuff. I don't think there's really a change, except the special Pokemon, which have been listed here as special Pokemon for the different zones. But then we go on here. Zone 3 is a bit different, though. I'm guessing, I mean, Scyther, I don't know, Scyther wasn't available up here as far as I can guess. I don't really see it. Let's see. So let's just search for Scyther, for example. So Scyther is available in Zone 3. In Zone, I'm guessing, yeah, Zone 3. And also is available, I guess, as a exclusive of sorts. Well, okay, yeah. So I guess it's not available any further up. It's available in Zone 15, same as Zone 5, and it's available in Zone 14, same as Zone 3. So it's strange, but I guess a lot of these are in the same thing. But also, this is an exclusive to BD, by the way. Which, by the way, leads us into another thing I'm going to talk about, which is, in particular, which are the exclusive Pokemon you can get your hands on. So, basically, this is the list of the exclusive Pokemon that you can get for the different games. So, for example, going from the top right here and looking at what we've got. So, we have for Brilliant Diamond, you've got, of course, Dialga. You've got, I guess, Cranidos, you got Scyther, you got Stunky, and you've got Murkrow available right there. On the other hand, we got Shieldon, we got Misdreavus, we've got Pinsir, and we've got Parug. Wait, no, wait, no. What am I saying? Perugly? Is it? No, is it? Wait, is it called Perugly? I think Perugly, right? Yeah. Oh, well, that's the pre-evolution. You get that's the evolution rather. Sorry. Either way, you get what I'm talking about. Basically, Glameow, you got that available. So you got that. You've got Elekid. You've got Gligar, Gliscor. You've got Mr. Mime Jr. for Diamond here. You've got Magby. You've got Bonsly and Teddiursa for Pearl. You got then exclusives after the Hall of Fame. So by the way, these are exclusively only before Hall of Fame, are the ones that you see right here. Right here, exclusively only before Hall of Fame, and then exclusively after Hall of Fame is these ones right here, which are exclusives, which is Caterpie, Ekans, Growlithe, Seal, Puccina, Kecleon, what's his name? Friggin' C-Dot? Right? Yeah, C-Dot. Yeah, geez. I sometimes have to remind myself of the names. Aaron, Mawile, you've got Solrock as well in there. And yeah, those are basically the exclusives you've got in these games. On the other side, you've got Weedle, you've got Vulpix, you've got Sandshrew, you've got Slowpoke, you've got Lotad, you've got Stantler, you've got Spheal, or no, wait, yeah, Spheal. You've got Lunatone, you've got Seviper, you've got Sableye, you've got, I guess, yeah, you've got, well, all of Salamance's evolutionary line, I guess. And on the other side, you've got Larvitar and its evolutionary line. And then, of course, you have you've got Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres exclusives with Lugia and Ho-Oh, and that's that. That's the exclusive list right there of all the Pokemon. Next is the list of all the Pokemon. I think this is the list of the Pokemon that are available at the start, like from the beginning of the game, right? Well, not the beginning of the game, but like these are the Pokemon that are available before you complete the game and get the National Dex and post-game. So this is the list of Pokemon. If you guys want to pause the video and take a look at this list, you guys can take a look and see what Pokemon you want to add to your actual team. Let's see, I'm going to zoom this out a bit. There you go. So yeah, this is the list of the Pokemon that are going to be available before you complete the game, basically. So you've got, of course, the starters. You've got Starly, you've got Bidoof, Kricketot, you've got Shinx, Abra, Magikarp, Badoo, you've got Zubat, you've got Geodude, you've got Onix, you've got Cranidos, Shieldon, Machop, Psyduck, Burmy, I'm guessing, you've got Wurmple, you've got Combi, you've got Pachirisu, Buizel, Cherim, Shellos, Heracross, Apom, Drifblim, you've got well, I guess Binary and whatnot. You've got Ghastly, you've got Mischievous, Murkrow, and that pretty much, yeah, that's the list. You guys can take a look at this. So these are all available, by the way. These are all the ones available before you complete the game and before you know, finish it. But when you finish the game, this is the list of all the Pokemon you can get after you finish the game, which is actually kind of an insane list. You've got the starter Pokemon from Generation 1 all the way until Generation 4 are available. And what I mean by this is basically that you can get your hands on essentially Charmander. Well, let me think. Charmander, you can get your hands on. You can get your hands on Bulbasaur, Squirtle. You can get your hands on Trico. I guess Torchic, Mudkip. You also can get the Cyndaquil, Chikorita, and also Totodile. And also you can get the starter Pokemon from Generation 4. You can get all of them. You can get Turtwig and these guys as well in the Grand Undergrounds. These are the Pokemon that will be found in the Grand Underground, okay? Also, this confirmed, by the way, the Deoxys is in the game, as well as Arceus and Shaman's forms are all in there. So yeah, Deoxys is in the game. All the different versions of Deoxys are also in the game. So you got the, you know, attacking, speed, etc. You got all those. Latias are in the game as well. The Regis are in the game. And yeah, this pretty much confirms a lot of Pokemon. Basically, I think everything up until Generation 4 is in the game for the most part. I could be wrong, but I think everything up until that point is in the game. So yeah, but yeah, you guys can take this as a way to look at what Pokemon you want to catch. But pretty much all of this should be available post-game. So this is after you've completed the game. This all should be available at that point. So just keep that in mind. And yeah, let's go back to the next thing we're going to talk about, which is this right here. So, according to our boy Eclipse, apparently there is an update in BDSP for Spiritomb. You can find Spiritomb after talking to 32 different people in the underground. Now it's far easier because they count NPCs instead. Spiritomb is level 25, and this is also posted here. So basically, you got to get an odd keystone, and then you got to go and talk to NPCs in the underground. And once you've done that, you can go back and you can essentially get yourself a Spiritomb. So yeah, you can go encounter it. But yeah, it says similar to the original games, unlocking the Spiritomb encounter requires talking to 32 people in the underground. Unlike the original games, however, you cannot just leave and re-enter the underground to talk to the same person, as it will not count towards the 32 you need. In the older games, these would be players, but as you cannot talk with other players in BDSP, NPCs are now used. To clarify, you must speak to 32 individual NPCs in the underground, not counting the hiker that sells you things. This also likely has impact on of moving this guy to the post game, as there are not enough individual NPCs in the main underground areas to reach this count. Although if their spawns are randomized, which didn't seem to be the case, as I looked around, I could be wrong on this. But there you go. So that is pretty much that. If you talk to them, you can then get your hands on a Spiritomb. And then also for Phoebus, you can find Phoebus in specific tiles in like the original game. So he's confirmed here, this guy's confirmed that you can actually get Phoebus same way in Diamond and Pearl, and he finally caught one. After fishing in the lake inside Mount Coronet for over 8 hours, I finally found a Phoebus. And once I found a tile that it was on, it felt like 50% of encounters. Edit, further catching makes me feel like it's closer to 75%. Some notes, I actually am not yet in post-game, only have 6 badges. You can catch it with a good rod. I cheated to get the super rod early while I was looking for it because Cerebi says the original Diamond and Pearl, it was super rod only, but after I found it, I tried the spot with the good rod and found it just the same. I don't know for sure that there are exactly 4 Phoebus tiles or if they reset daily, but I know it is definitely not just a rare catch anywhere in the lake. It took me 8 hours to find one, then I started finding them easily. I found the right tile. So that is that. Let's move on to the next thing. So some of the outfits that are in the game right here, we've got something called a spring style, we've got something called a casual style, we also have one that's like kind of like a farmer outfit, and like another one that I can't really see the name of, but yeah, we've got some new styles in the game that you know, are kind of interesting. And then we continue on, and yeah, by the way, shout out to Ghost, the Switch modder. He actually managed to mod the game and make his Whooper massive. Then we also have some other information here that took us a couple of days because literally no one has been able to literally no one has been doing BDSP data mining, didn't want to help out. We got the mods working, loaded in the PT outfit, and did a quick texture edit. And what he's talking about here is he actually managed to edit his well, I guess Piplup into green colors and black colors. So yeah, there you go. Edits are already possible for the game, which is sick. And then of course we continue on, and Distant Kingdom has also been able to modify the game and give himself a Shaman Sky. And I think we are getting towards the end of the video now. I think this is the last thing I'm going to talk about, which is the fact that the starters are down there. This person has came across Torchic, Bulbasaur, and Charmander so far, and it does seem they are found in the underground. Also, pardon my time skipping, needed the Wormadam so I could get the Natdex to access these spawns. They also seem to have egg moves and later stages moves such as my Charmander, which has stuff like Dragon Dance and Inferno as seen below. Worth noting, but I was using several fire-type statues to increase the spawns of them too. Also, just to add, but the selection of statues seems to increase dramatically when you get the National Dex, which, as people have said before, is obtained through seeing all 150 Pokemon found in Sinnoh. Can register Palkia at Celestic Town after beating the main story, so seeing all of them is certainly possible if you play the games by yourself, be it through lack of internet, friends, or if you can't be bothered to trade. So yeah, you can get the full Pokedex for Sinnoh without even doing like the full game. So yeah, that's pretty much a pretty awesome factor, if I may be honest and tell you guys. So yeah, that is that. I think that's pretty much all the info we're going to go through in this video, guys. If I missed anything, I'm sorry. If the video was too long, I do apologize. I will have another video very soon, and I'm preparing a bunch of guides for you guys for when the game drops, if you're curious about any sort of stuff, like for example, how to get Spirit Tomb, how to get Phoebus, how to get the starters, stuff like that. It's going to be on the way for you guys very, very soon. Either way, that's going to be it for today, guys. Check out my Momo Board post if you want to check out all these links and stuff. I'm going to be putting it all into the Momo Board post, so it's going to be linked down below. And that's it for today. I'll see you on the next one. Peace out, and bye-bye, ladies and gentlemen.